look at a film like The Exorcist, some of that imagery is still disturbing to this day, and yet it's in a very classy movie.
Michael, congratulations. You scared the living crap out of me last night watching this
Ah,
movie.
awesome. Thank you.
Job done. Have you watched it a lot with people in the cinema to kind of gauge what bits they were absolutely terrified about?
We only did a handful of test screenings early on, but it was very informative in terms of how to modulate all of that stuff. You know, these movies aren't really that scary until there's sound design added to it. And we had an incredible team. We had Christian Minkler as our sound re-recording mixer. He did Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and yeah, he deserves so much of the credit for all of those for making you jump out of your chair.
Do you know what? It's to me what it felt like because I was telling my brother about it. We used to go down to our friend's house and you used to rob some older people's old horror movies, and I felt the sounds of that was very of that time. Were you thinking about that when you were doing that movie to get into that, the old type of horrors?
Absolutely. I mean, our primary influence were the horror films of the American New Wave, like um, Rosemary's Baby, The Exorcist, The Shining. And what I love about those films is that they're very intimate in terms of the relationship the camera has to the main character, but at the same time, they're very cinematic. And that's what we're going for here. In addition to that, you look at a film like The Exorcist, some of that imagery is still disturbing to this day, and yet it's in a very classy movie. And I think that that's something that I'm always interested in is the balance of elegance with the lurid.
Before I go, Sydney Sweeney, what a legend! What a legend!
I know I've been working with her since she was 19 years old. We did a show together called Everything Sucks, and I feel so grateful that she's chosen me to make her most fucked up movies.
All I can think of is we need more nuns. Like I'm telling you, having a nun in anything, especially with us from Ireland, that is terrifying.
Yeah, and we tried to do it a little bit differently here. You know, most nun movies are, you know, they I love all the nun movies, but most nun movies they're sort of doing battle with a supernatural computer generated creature at the end of the movie. But in our film, the terror is real. You know, the terror is inescapable. It is not supernatural. And hopefully, the ending of our film uh, delivers a very brutal image that will hopefully make people think.
Forever. Thanks so much, Michael. Great movie, and there was loads of screams last night in our screens. So
Oh,
fair
man.
play.
Great to hear it. Thank you so much.